What is going on, everybody? This is your boy, the Devout Joystick, Chris here, coming at y'all with the PlayStation 5 reveal review. My goodness, I have so much to cover, and all I have to do is say praise God to Sony, because they just came through with bombs, dropped so much content, and it felt like only minutia amounts of time were going through as they were unveiling each thing from the jump. I was up at 5 a.m. and we saw this, and I just had to take a few notes. So if you're new to this channel, I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button. It'd mean the world to me. And I also got to give a quick shout out for all the people that have recently subscribed to me, even in my inconsistency phases, and I'm going through school and trying to make some great works of art and portfolio pieces. So this ultimately is going to be something that is going to be shown on this channel. The level designs I make, the buildings I create, and going forward, it's just about to be an amazing ride. So I ask that you hit that subscribe button, and we're going to dive on into this stuff. So the thing that I have mainly been anticipating is this Spider-Man Miles Morales. It is going to be the PlayStation 5 launch title that everybody is going to be looking at. It's going to have one of the most biggest magnifying glasses on it, because people are unsure of whether it is a sequel complete or is it one of those Uncharted Lost Legacy type deals where it is an addition to an already occurring story in that of Marvel Spider-Man. My take on it is that since the events of Spider-Man came out, Miles got bit in that story, and everybody knows, that's Marvel fan, that Miles Morales is his own Spider-Man in his own comic. My thought is that it's indeed a complete sequel. Now, I want to see more going forward, because they didn't really show too much gameplay for Spider-Man Miles Morales, but however, they did show a lot of good build up towards that game. So I'm definitely excited for that. Heading on to the next one I'm excited to see is that Gran Turismo 7. I was a big Gran Turismo fan back in the PS2 era, and I was putting many man hours into that game, trying to beat all the time challenges and just become the best racer I could be. And that was the game of choice for my friends back in the day, playing against each other and trying to race and see who was the fastest and who was the best. And you know, it was in between the times of the Mario Karts and the other games that were competitive in that scene. So we definitely have some stuff to look forward to with Gran Turismo 7, and they definitely showed that they have a whole RPG element campaign to it. So there's going to be a lot to do with that. I just hope that it's a more earlier 2021 title and not so much a 2022 or beyond. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. This game is tremendously beautiful, and I think that was the game that showed off the true power of what the PlayStation 5 is going to have to offer, as well as the loading screen is almost abysmal. Like you don't have any loading screens, and they didn't try to cover anything up and mask that there are loading screens, because you just rift through these dimensions almost seamlessly. And I tried to place my finger on how fast the loading time was, and I couldn't place it. Definitely picking that game up right off the bat. I'm gonna honestly stick my neck out and say I have not played a Ratchet and Clank game to its entirety yet. Yes, I'm ready for some hate in the comments, but leave a comment. What was your first Ratchet and Clank game? Anyways, we're going on to the new Square Enix game, Project Athia. Now, I missed the project title's name when I was live because I was responding to people's comments. However, I'm a huge fan of Square Enix, and I love their games entirely, from all the Final Fantasies all the way down to their RPG elements that they put in those games. So I know that based off of that content that they displayed, that they're only in the inner workings of the initial development of it, so it's only going to get better. Now we have a goofy but yet really welcoming game back in Sackboy: A Big Adventure. I mean, Media Molecule is one of the developers that can just freely and effortlessly put together a project such as this. Little Big Planet holds a special place in my heart for these type of games, because you have your other competitors in Mario Party and the platformers from, you know, those days, but Sackboy is its own franchise of Sony, and it's only right to have a game where you can have multiplayer for co-op members and you guys are tackling enemies and going through the world with customizable assets on the character, and they can get as goofy as they come. It's just gonna be nuts. Destruction All Stars, that game is going to be a day one purchase for me too. I wish they would have told us a release date for it, but since they didn't and we just saw how it looked, I'm gonna say right off bat, it was giving me some Apex Legends vibes, just for the simple fact that you had all these different avatars and they were running around outside of the car as well as in the car, running into each other and destroying stuff. It just screams competitiveness in the most arcade-ish way that you could possibly think about. Then you have Kena Bridge of Spirits. Kena Bridge of Spirits is going to be a must buy because of the fact that the game's art style literally captivated me from the minute I saw it, and I was just on my feet in my heart. Like, I was on my feet for the conception of the PlayStation 5 as well as Spider-Man Miles Morales and Ratchet and Clank, but this one made me do jumps inside of my heart. Like, I was tripping out. And I mean, you have some honorable mentions in Demon Souls Remaster and Deathloop and Resident Evil 8, Pragmata and Returnal, but these games that I mentioned are definitely the ones that had my reaction on 10 times 10. Then you have Horizon 2 Forbidden West. Horizon 2 Forbidden West is a game that I'm gonna have on my library and have the deluxe edition when it arrives. It's one of those ones that just need to be pre-ordered at the max price. It just has to be. The thing that I want to see more of Horizon Forbidden West is, what is the story ultimately going to play out for Aloy? Is this going to be more of a coming to her own more from Horizon Zero Dawn, or is it going to be more in depth of like a new character that she has to overcome? It is just something that I have so many questions of, and mainly the questions probably coming because I didn't finish Horizon Zero Dawn yet, which is something that I also need to slap my wrist on, but I digress. This PlayStation 5 reveal event was beyond my expectations, and I just want to hear your guys' thoughts. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you guys are most excited to see, and also if I left something out, talk to me about it in the comments. I definitely want to hear your thoughts. Hope to see more in July, as well as the Xbox Live event. We're going to talk about that when that comes in July, but this is the Devout Joystick. I thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, leave some comments, and share this video with a friend. I will see you guys next time. Deuces.